What is up, everybody? This is All Things Entertaining here, bringing you the brand new video, and today we're going to be discussing the new first place World Chalice deck that comes out of the OCG, and it's actually quite an interesting deck. There's quite a few things that really just display why our meta games are so different and what can change and what things are fluctuating there. So we get this is a 48 card deck, which is kind of interesting. So let's just jump right into the deck list in general. So first things first, we got 2 Ash Blossom, 1 Carbonetton, 3 Draconet, 1 Gillisaurus, 1 Jet Synchron, 1 Dragoleo, 3 Lee, the World Chalice Fairy, 3 Miscellaneousaurus, 1 Sangan, 1 Oviraptor, 1 Taki Tomborg, 1 Speedroid Terratop, 1 the Phantom Knight of Ancient Cloak, 1 the Phantom Knight of Silent Boots, 1 Tour Guide from the Underworld, 3 World Chalice Guard Dragons, 3 World Legacy World Chalice, 2 Beckoned by the World Chalice, 1 Chosen by the World Chalice, 1 Flameveil Guard, and 1 Galaxy Serpent. So, a pretty interesting lineup of monsters here. We have a Draconet, which is actually a pretty good monster to search out your level 2 monsters. This card is easy just to get your Galaxy Serpent and or your Flameveil Guard, which you can also use for Crystron Needle Fiber, which is also in this extra deck. Carbonetton is just also there for your Galaxy Serpent plays as well. It's a pretty good card. That just sends a dragon. That's all you really need to know about this card. Gillisaurus is a free special summon. After turn 1, your opponent special summons a monster from their graveyard, which is a little bit of a downside, but I think in the terms of this and what you're trying to do, you're going to be locking your opponent out with number 86 and Warlord Savage Dragon. So them getting an extra monster off of Gillisaurus is negligible at best. Jet Synchron, pretty good tuner as of right now. Makes Crystron Needle Fiber, you know what it is. Drake Aeolio, you're playing the dinosaur package. You're playing the 3 Miscellaneousaurus and the 1 Oviraptor, which I think is currently limited in the OCG. So it makes perfect sense as well. You're playing 2 Fossil Dig to search those cards out. It's really good. Taki Tomborg and Speedroid Terratop are just really good, easy Link 2 fodder. You can make a B Cop with this. You can also make I think you can make Ib with this too. No, you can't make Ib with this. But you can make a B Cop, and that's really about it for that. So it's a pretty good engine. Ancient Cloak and Rusty Boots, or Ancient Cloak and Silent Boots, are here for the Rusty Bardiche combo, so you get free sets, Fog Blade, and you also have the ability to search your Shade Brigandine for an extra card as well, so it works out there. Tour Guide, because you're playing not only Silent Boots and Ancient Cloak, but you're also playing the one Sangan, which searches pretty much any monster in your entire deck. You play it as a 1-up, probably because it's not as good as people might think it is, but it does search out like your Ash Blossoms if you really need to, and it pretty much searches every card in this deck, except like Miscellaneousaurus and Oviraptor, so it's pretty good. We have the 3 World Chalice Guard Dragons, pretty standard, as well as the 3 World Legacy World Chalice, also pretty standard. 2 Beckoning over the 3 Chosen, which is normal in most World Chalice builds, because this is a psychic type, so you can cheat it out with like emergency teleport, but I guess not in this variant. We already explained why Flameveil Guard and Galaxy Serpent are here. There's really no need to go that much into them. Next, onto the spells, we have 3 Call by the Grave, 2 Fossil Dig, 1 Harpy's Feather Duster, 1 Monster Reborn, 1 Soul Charge, 3 Unexpected Die, 1 World Legacy Guard Dragon, 1 World Legacy Succession, and that's it for the spells. We have also the one for the Fugly and the Shade Brigandine for the Phantom Knight cards as well. Like I said, the Fossil Dig is here for your dinosaur package. Call by the Grave, just good in general. Unexpected Die to kind of fish out those normal monsters that you'd rather not draw later on. So it's really good with that. It's not a hard once per turn, so you can special summon it for free on turn 1 and then just go off from there. Soul Charge being at 1 in the OCG just shows how that they really care about this card. I don't think in the top cuts in the meta decks, I don't think this card is being played as much as it was in the TCG. We definitely really abused the crap out of Soul Charge until it actually got banned. So definitely kind of an interesting outlook. Also, Monster Reborn as another extender. War Legacy Succession and Guard Dragon are basically two more copies of Monster Reborn. They're both searchable within the deck, being War Legacy cards, so that's also always something to look out for. On to the extra deck. I didn't really put a side deck on here because I don't think it really mattered in this situation, because I think you're just going to be locking your opponent out almost every single game. We have one Borreload Savage Dragon, one Marterial Metal Marcher, one Bamboozling Gossip Shadow, one number 86, one Aram, the World Chalice Playmaster, one Beak Cop, one Boral Sword, one Cherubini, one Crystron Needlefiber, one Ib, the World Chalice Priestess, one Imdix, the World Chalice Dragon, one Link Spider, one Ningirsu, the World Chalice Warrior, one Relinquished Anima, and one the Phantom Knights of Rusty Bardiche. Rusty Bardiche is for your Fog Blade combo. It's really good for extending also into your number 86 combo with your Bamboozling Gossip Shadow being easy to make make this rank 3 with Tour Guide and other such cards like Sangan and Silent Boots. Cop, just your generic Link 2. Crystron Needlefiber used to summon, used by summoning Drag Alio. You can use Drag Alio. You can use Draconet to summon the Flame of Guard and the Crest or the Galaxy Serpent. Jet Synchron is right here as well as a good card to use it as use with that. Link Spider because you're playing a lot of normal monsters. Relinquished Anima is kind of interesting. We don't have this in the TCG yet, so we're just going to go right over to what this card does. It's a Link 1, has 0 attack. It requires one level 1 monster that isn't a token. You can target one face-up monster this card points to, equip that face-up monster to this card, max of 1. You can only use this effect once per turn. This card gains attack equal to that equipped monster. So basically, if your opponent is, basically this is a good going second option. Your opponent makes a interesting board. You just make this card and you steal a card from them, or you force a negate. It's not a quick effect though, so it's a little bit kind of wonky in that situation. But it's overall just a really good card just to remove your opponent's monsters or force negates. So I think it's actually pretty decent. Warless Savage Dragon, obviously pretty good in this for Borreload Savage Dragon things. Boral Sword, just so you can win games, things that you probably shouldn't win. Cherubini, because you're playing the Phantom Knight package, so you might as well just take this card in. It might come up more often than you might think. So it's just kind of interesting. Again, number 86. We don't have this again in the TCG, but this card is just simply because this card immediately wins you games as soon as it hits the board. I think after you get the fourth effect on this one, where your opponent can't normal or special summon cards, is probably when you win the game. So it's just overall absurd. We banned this card rightfully so because this card is one of the most ridiculous monsters ever created in the terms of how many effects and how much it can do. Metal Marcher, we do have this in the TSG, but it is actually kind of interesting. If this card is Synchro Summon, you can target 1/2 monster in your graveyard, special summon it in defense position, but negate its effects. You can only use this effect once per turn. A synchro monster that is used for this synchro material is also used as a tuner. This card's a level 3. It's also a tuner. It allows you to go into your Crystron Needlefiber as well, because it summons a tuner from the graveyard, which could be your Galaxy Serpent, your Flame Guard, your Alio, your Jet Synchron. It doesn't really matter what tuner it is. So overall, this is a kind of an interesting deck. I think it's kind of it's really overpowered actually with the number 86 Soul Charge and Rusty Bardiche being in the thing, and I think that looks very consistent. So if you guys did enjoy this video, please leave a comment in the comment section below. I'll see you guys in the next video. This has been All Things Entertaining, signing out.